Alright, so it's 2021. Heck, it could be 2022, 2024, 2030. Hit me up whenever you're watching this video. It could be 10 years later, even 20. This information would probably still be relevant because people would still do these stupid things. When you buy a car, I wasn't kidding when I said that it's literally like the final boss battle for car enthusiasts. Very rarely, especially in the world of private sales, do you meet someone who's trustworthy and honest. You know, your average run-of-the-mill guy, he's gonna kind of be a swindler. And this is a whole video dedicated to those 5 stupid car selling habits that I really wish did not exist and should come to an end because we are way better than this. And like I said, it's 2021, come on man. Alright, first one. Listing the car price as $1 just so it shows up first when you do the sort by lowest function. This happens on Facebook Marketplace, Car Gurus, eBay, everywhere. I hate you people. There's a special place in hell for people like you. And the worst part is, it's a huge difference. It'll be like with like expensive cars, like luxury cars. This isn't like, oh, they're listing the car price as $1 so they rank high in the sort by lowest to get their like $1,000 box moving. No. They're trying to sell like a 50 grand Audi RS or whatever. Why? Why are you doing this to us? Here's the reality of it. How many of you guys see an ad like this and think, I feel okay about this? He just totally wasted my time and baited me into looking at a car that I definitely can't afford. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go out and look at it tomorrow. Exactly, you don't think about buying cars like this. And keep in mind, to the stupid sellers who do this, think of this in the buyer's perspective. Alright, really think about it, alright? I know what it's like to be a broke boy. I started off as a broke boy way before YouTube was a thing. You know, I whipped around in a really crappy Sentra, alright? If you're someone who is sorting by cheapest, which I used to do with like a $4,000 budget, you don't want to look at 50 grand used 2019 Audis or BMWs or Mercedes or whatever, you know? We only got like a $1 to $5,000 budget. We're not even looking for a car to buy as an A to B device. We're looking to buy a car that's an A to maybe device. The next stupid habit that really needs to die is people who post like 1 or 2 pictures and expect you to read the rest and just believe what they say through text. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's literally like a 5 paragraph, no, even longer. It's like 1,000 word, written last night, submitted to their professor essay. And they are like, yeah, someone's gonna read this. Someone's gonna take the time, look at the 2 horribly blurry photos I did, and come tomorrow to look at my car. And it's, oh, you know it's the icing on the cake when they put this phrase. You've seen this phrase, where they say stuff like, yeah, it is something wrong with it. I can't really explain it though, because I'm not really that knowledgeable about cars, but I promise it's not major, but you just have to see it in person, and you'll see that it's not big of a problem. You think I'm some kind of psychic who can just teleport right over to your house tomorrow? If I'm sorting by 50 or 100 mile driving radius and spending the gas to see your car, you best post up everything about the car. Even if you don't know what is wrong specifically with your car, just take a picture of the engine bay. You'd be surprised how many people can figure out what is wrong with it just by looking at it. All those photos show all those angles. Maybe someone just wants your ride because they thought it looked nice, but okay, back to what I said at the start. It's 2021. This ain't the 1980s. We're not reading newspaper ads or magazine ads anymore. We have the internet. You could be literally peak broke boy, but the reality is if you're trying to sell a car, you gotta step up your game. Because if you sell a car, I know you have a phone, I know you have some kind of camera, you can do it, alright? Because if you ain't gonna spend the time to just take a few more photos, then we're not gonna spend the time to go see it. Another really stupid car selling habit kind of ties into the first one, but it's different and just equally as bad, really. Whenever they show the price like $800, and then once you actually click the listing and it says $800 a month with finance, so apply for financing now, we approve all credit. Nah. Why you guys gotta do this? Nah. Next entry. Yeah, we go next. Okay, next entry. All right, the next entry is, well, it's also equally as stupid as the third one and the first one. All right, so you click on an ad and it's like $4,000, right? Car is actually probably $8,000, but it's like $4,000. Like, man, that's a pretty nice used Honda Accord. $4,000. Yeah, that's really nice. Looks like it's almost $8,000. You click it. Oh, yep. That's why. Because then you see the first sentence says, what is written is actually a 50% down payment. We will not take anything lower. The rest you can apply for credit. Now, you really just did this, huh? We really just talked. We already had 2 other entries talking about very similar price gouging, stupid, just nah. People who do this, like I said, seat right there with your name on it in hell somewhere. You can't just put the down payment as a list price. No one wakes up tomorrow, sorts things by price. Like, someone's gonna look in the $4,000 to $5,000 range, see your stupid car, and then they're gonna click on it, and then they're just gonna immediately click off it when they read the first sentence. And in the off chance that some sucker did not read the first sentence, which is what they're banking on, they're banking on getting you in their door. By some terrible chance you got someone to click and actually drive to your thing. They throw the line of, I saw this was listed for $4 grand online, and then they're like, yeah, it is, but that was only the down payment. But now you're already there in person, and now they're gonna sit you down and they're gonna run you through financing, and that's how they get you. That's how they get you. Don't let these suckers win, alright? Anyone watching this video, read at least a few sentences in. Sometimes they try to be sneaky and hide this literally at the very, very bottom, like an asterisk, where they're like, by the way, price shown is just down payment only. Nah. The final thing we're going to talk about today are just a classic. We're going to end on a fun note because I've been kind of heated, you know. The reason I got this heated, by the way, is because obviously I was looking for buying cars recently. Luckily, we already found the Miata, guys, all right? So we already found it. Not looking to buy one anymore. Any Miata prices are insane. But boy, oh boy, did I hear this phrase too much. No lowballers, I know what I have. So this was the glorious final entry, as well as, like I said, it's kind of humorous because they're going to show up like some beaten, crappy car, but then they're gonna proceed to say, oh, it's a rare appreciating model though. This was a special limited. No one cares. No one cares that's a special limited edition. Your car sucks. It's rusty. It's terrible. This isn't like some dusty garage find. This ain't it, Chief. This is not an appreciating classic car. It's not an exotic car. It's just an Oldsmobile. I don't care that Oldsmobile or Saturn don't exist as companies anymore. Just because their company's gone doesn't mean those cars are magically gonna appreciate in value. That's not how this works. But the people who say, no low ballers, I know what I have, like, I get it, alright? Not everyone likes tire kickers, because I'm gonna try to see it from the perspective of the seller. Not every buyer is as honest as every seller either. Some buyers are also total scumbags. But if your only meaning to justify your price is simply, oh, well, I just know the value of my car. I know what I have. You can't trick me into thinking it's less when it's really just garbage, when we can all look at it and realize it's garbage. What's really funny is you can actually find the polar opposite of these people. I actually had a friend who bought a 240SX from a lady who didn't know what she had. It was really just a bone stock 240SX, which is super rare these days. You hardly ever find bone stock 240SXs. But of course, it was in pretty beaten up condition. Had she been the no low ballers, I know what I've had, she probably could have sold that car for, 10 grand or something, even if it wasn't that great condition. Just because, bone stock 240SXs in good condition can sometimes go for like 15, 20 grand, but this one wasn't in that good of condition. He got it for like 2.8 because she just thought it was an old Nissan. She didn't know anything about it. But you gotta kind of study the market and think a little bit before you say phrases like this, because in some cases it can be true, in most cases it's not. But this is a file entry just because I find these entries always humorous, and I love all the memes people make about this one, and more importantly, they're the least offensive of everyone else on this video. Anyways, if you have any other stupid car selling habits you've encountered and like to share in the comments below, make sure to let me know down below, and we might actually even have a part 2 for this series. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and if you want to see more of my videos, make sure to smash the like button to help get me recommended and stay in your field of view. Other than that, make sure to check out my other videos, and see y'all next time. Bladed Angel out.